Hello, viewers and listeners. You are welcome to another edition of the program Midday Vibes, coming your way from Caliphate TV on Star Times Channel 141 and Caliphate Radio, transmitting on 91.9. I'm your host, Hajara Usman At-Tajri. The electronic transmission of result, that is ETR system, was introduced to enhance transparency and accuracy in Nigeria's elections. The Nigerian Senate initially rejected a proposal to make real-time transmission of results mandatory, sparking widespread protests and criticisms. However, after reconsideration, the Senate approved an amended Clause 60, subsection 3, allowing electronic transmission of results with conditions. That is, presiding officers must electronically transmit election results to INEC results reviewing portal after stamping and signing the form EC8A. But if the transmission fails due to network issues, the form completed, that is EC8A, will be used as the primary document for results collation. In today's edition of the program Midday Vibes, we will be discussing about this critical issue. With 2027 general election approaching, the Senate seems to be pushing the pressure on Independent National Electoral Commission, that is INEC, in terms of infrastructure, preparedness, and accuracy. The INEC decisions seems to be balancing technological advancements with Nigerian on-the-ground realities. Let's dive in and discuss about this trending issue. Joining us in the studio is Musa Muhammad Usman from Sokoto State University. You are welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Okay. What are the main issues with the documentation of results, or that is manual transmission of results, and how can the electronic transmission of results address this issue?
Yeah, the analog transmission of results, which we have been experiencing in the past before introduction of the card reader, of course, is a means of transmitting results manually. I mean, using papers, and also after documenting everything, sign and countersign, the result will be taken from the polling unit down to the ward, from the ward to the local government level, then from local government level it will be taken to the state level. So, but all this will be done on papers, documented, and also being escorted with by security and political party agents. So there used to be a number of issues with the manual way of transmitting it or of processing the results, in the sense that many a times there used to be some kind of manipulations along the way while taking result, maybe moving it from here to there. Of course, manipulations used to take place, and also so many things used to come in, alterations and other things used to happen. It's something that you have been experiencing in Nigerian elections. So, but now, if it will be mandatory, and also, as they said, is conditional, meaning that is something that will be pilot tested now to see how it will work. If it favors the system, not individual interests, we hope that they are going to approve it, not conditional, but permanently approve, and also it will be there enacted as a law in the Nigerian elections. Because the electronic means of transmitting results is very perfect, is what we have in the global best practices of elections in the world today. And the results normally used to be transmitted electronically, right from the polling unit direct to the actual main server of INEC. And when this is happening, definitely the chances of manipulating results or having alterations here and there will be very difficult. The only issue that may be there is the issue of cybercrime, which I believe INEC and all other stakeholders are going to put all efforts together to make sure that the server will be secured in the sense that there will be no hackers that can be able to attack it.
So is the INEC, is the Senate this conditional approval of the electronic transmission progress in terms of electoral victory, or it will compromise the electoral process?
Yeah, of course, is a victory, is not a compromise, because to be sincere, this electronic transmission, as I said earlier, is very supportive to the system, and it will make the system more reliable, more effective, and also highly transparent. So is something that we can say is actually not a matter of compromise, but is a victory to INEC. Likewise for the House of Assembly also, is something that they did, which actually history will not forget it. Is part of the achievement we can record for them, because initially, of course, in the elections generally, what we used to have before, even after introduction of the card reader, they will use the results. The accredited voters will be transmitted, of course, to the server. Then that one will only inform them about this is the number that we accredited. So after that, whatever the result that was obtained from the polling unit is going to be documented on the from ECAT, and that's what they normally use from polling unit to ward level, to local government level, to state level, to the national level. So, but now, if INEC, the assembly, since they have already accepted this, that it should be done electronically, and this happened after pressurizing the assembly and even the federal government as a whole. We highly pressurized by civil society organization, activists, and all well-meaning Nigerians. They all put collective efforts together to make sure that this occurred, because to us, this is actually what can make the election more transparent, more reliable, and more efficient. So if since the House of Assembly has said that, even though it is conditional, but upon that we can say that is a victory actually. So, and also we are proud of them about this. Is a very remarkable achievement that we got from them, and we hope that whenever any issue that have to do with national development, they should try to avoid any selfish interest in it, and make sure that they work with the interests of the citizens and they work for the development of the country at large.
How do you respond to critics arguing that the Senate initial decision to reject the electronic transmission of results is as a result of lack of trust in the electoral system, in the electoral process? Sorry.
Yes, of course. As I said earlier, the manual system that we had before is not reliable. Of course, there is distrust in it. People don't trust it at all, because whenever we had an election at a polling unit, you can see the way agents will be escorting the results, meaning that nobody trusts anyone, and that's how election is. In elections, nobody trusts anyone. Even if you are from the same party with someone, you don't have 100% trust in the person, because it's something every mind is subject to compromise at electoral level. So in that case, no trust. And now, since they discovered that really, if we have this electronic transmission system reliably installed, definitely the transparency will be there at high level, and also citizens and electorates and contestants, everyone will have a good rest of mind about the outcome of the results of an election. So actually, what they did here, yes, of course, the trust is not there. And now, since they have, if we have the electronic system, I believe mind could be at rest a little bit, unlike before. Yes.
How can INEC now ensure transparency and security, reliability of the electronic transmission of results, considering the in the challenges they are facing in Nigeria in terms of infrastructure?
Yeah, in terms of infrastructure and also in terms of cyber security.
Yes.
Yes, because as now INEC actually have to play vital role. And here, if our Nigeria ICT experts can be able to secure it properly, adequately, they should use them. And if they did not trust our Nigerian ICT experts, they can go and get experts from abroad that can come and work for us to make sure that the cyber is well secured, in the sense that no hacker can be able to attack the results, to attack, I mean, the server. So because as now as they heard that this is what is going on, that there is conditional approval of using the transmission of result system of transmission result, actually the hackers are now ready. They are preparing towards the election, so that they can see means of attacking the server, I mean, by all means. So, but actually, as they are doing so, then INEC and also our ICT experts, they should also get set and be ready to tackle anyone that will have any attack on the server during the elections. And also our security also should be at alert, more especially the DSS. Is their sole responsibility to make sure that they can be able to track anyone that will make any attack on any attempt, I mean, on the server, so that there will be adequate security and also everything will be done successfully without any problem.
Do you believe that the Senate's condition of the electronic transmission could prevent electoral frauds, or will lead to more how will I say, will lead to more, or will create new vulnerabilities?
Yeah, the conditional approval, as I told you, it could lead to vulnerability of the system if adequate care is not taken. Because we have those that specialize in cyber crime. There are many. And when they heard this, they have been trying to make contact with different politicians to make sure that they get contract of favoring the politicians using their own maneuvers. So, actually, the vulnerability is there, but there are measures. Whatever we have that have to do with ICT, no matter how vulnerable it could be, that's how it could be protected also. In the sense that no matter how the hacker will try, it can't be attacked. So, but the measures to be taken there, the INEC and the federal government, they have to join hands together to see how they can get adequate security for the system. Because if care is not taken adequately, definitely there will be a number of issues. Even though they are not going to rely solely on the electronic system alone. As the system used to be, the electronic transmission will be there. Likewise, the paperwork will also keep going on simultaneously. But they are going to depend more on the electronic outcome. So that if anything happen, maybe an attack or network challenges or any form of ICT obstacles that may come in, then they can simply divert to the manual result and make use of it. Yeah.
How will the amended Clause 60 subsection 3 impact the poll workers and electoral process in Nigeria?
Yeah, it will impact, of course, because the amendment as we had it, before the clause that we have, that 60 subsection 3, which allowed the presiding officer to fill from EC8A, well documented. After documenting it, having everything signed and countersigned by the agents, then the presiding officer is going to then transmit the result from there. So that was what we had before. Now the amendment made it compulsory, in the sense that instead of relying on the paperwork, or the transmission later on. No, they want everything to be going directly to the server instantly.
Yes.
Which is a very good amendment, and this can make the result more transparent. So the amendment is in order, is very good for the system, and also it will support the system to the high level. And this will make our Nigerian elections more reliable and also more credible. So it really is something that is worth sustaining and making sure that it continue and it works very well for Nigerians.
So what message do you think the Senate U-turn sent to Nigerians in terms of transparency?
Yeah, the Senate actually, in this case, we have to appreciate them unavoidably. Any well-meaning Nigerian that heard about what happened before, they were debating seriously about it. They disagree with it initially, but due to Nigerians, efforts, the CSOs, activists, everyone keep on shouting, everyone is raising voice, and they luckily enough they heard the voice of the citizens, and they made a U-turn, which is very good. And this is what is expected from every good citizen. For one, that is what we mean by patriotism. They favored Nigeria instead of their personal interest. Because being them in power, had it been the system will can be left like that open, manually, they can be able to make manipulations in the results. But having it electronically now is believed that they are not the chances of manipulating it is very low. So for them to then ignore their interests and then make that U-turn is what appreciating. In fact, we have to help them for that, and also we have to appreciate them and hoping that they will maintain the tempo and keep working for the sake and interest of Nigerians whenever, wherever.
Will the conditional approval of the electronic transmission of results boost voters' confidence in Nigerian electoral process?
Of course, any voter that knows what ICT mean and how it works will definitely appreciate this. And it will make voters to be more, to have more confidence in the system. And also, if it works the way we expect it to work, you will see the turnout of voters will definitely be more than before. Because many a times, some of the Nigerians have the habit of not going to vote because they believe that some have the belief that their votes are not going to be counted.
Yes.
Yeah, so but with this, definitely everyone knew that every vote will definitely count. So, and as such, we have to make sure that Nigerians' interests work and also is being maintained by the INEC and also the the federal government. So that's our hope, and we pray that it will work as planned. Yeah.
What are the implications of the Senate decisions for opposition parties and civil society groups advocating for electronic reform?
Yeah, you mean their decision?
Yes, the Senate decision now.
Yeah.
What are the implications on the civil society groups and the opposition that have been advocating for electoral reform?
Yeah, the decision has a very positive implication to the CSOs and advocates, of course, because in Nigeria before, so many times when the advocates and CSO raise voice on a particular issue, many a times it doesn't work. But this time around, realizing that it worked according to plan, and they listened to all the voices that we rose, actually, it has a very positive implication. And it indicates that really they have listening ears to the citizens. So, and this mean a lot, because whenever citizens realize that their voice is to be heard, definitely they will keep on raising voice. Whenever something is happening that is contrary to the interests of the citizens, definitely they will raise their voice, and also they will be listened to, and it will be able to take effect. This is a very good development. It's a very marvelous achievement that we recorded in Nigeria. for the masses advocates to raise voice, and for the Senate, House of Assembly, to listen and also accept the interest of the citizens is something that is worth appreciating. Yeah.
Okay, viewers and listeners, it's still your show, Midday Vibes, coming your way from Caliphate TV on Star Times Channel 141 and Caliphate Radio, transmitting on 91.9. You will take a short break and we will be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back. In case you've just joined us, this is Midday Vibes, coming your way from Caliphate TV on Star Times Channel 141 and Caliphate Radio, transmitting on 91.9. And right here at the studio is Malam Musa Muhammad Usman from Sokoto State University. We are having a conversation on the Senate's current decision on the implementation of the conditional electronic transmission of election results. You want to be part of this conversation, the number to call is 090-6000-2022. Madam Musa, welcome back from the break.
Thank you so much.
How can the stakeholders ensure that INEC implements the electronic transmission system effectively and efficiently?
Yeah, the stakeholders really, they are expected to play their own role in ensuring.
Let's answer this call first. Hold on. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Please, who is calling? Mr. P calling from Ikere. What's your contribution, please? We can hear you. Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you, Mr. P. Go on. What's your contribution, please?
I make promise to transfer the results. Idea of transfer the results. That's what I say for my but I make another one. Another happy result.
Okay.
Really, trying to make some of them. You know what America can do and choose Russia or try to make that mistake. We are not able to hear their level of confidence and that's what is important. I suppose in ourselves. There are able to be different between the airbases and former. Because what the president is doing we have to be 100% that network can be jammed. Cyber can be hacked. Can be detected the virus. It can be detected in all kinds. So it's all kinds. So it's difficult to just ever. For that, they want to
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. P. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Madam Musa, you were saying something before, right?
Yeah.
On the issue of stakeholders, how can stakeholders?
Yes. Stakeholders have roles to play in the sense that this is something that have to do with collective efforts by all the stakeholders. Here, the stakeholders are expected to support the system, and also they are expected to play in ensuring that things works smoothly. Things to work effectively according to plans. All the stakeholders, the INEC officials, the ad hoc electoral officers that will be employed, and also the politicians also at their own end, everyone have a role to play. And the collective roles that will be played by each stakeholder is what will make the election successful and also will make things to work according to plan. Yeah.
So what are the potential consequences of not having a fully electronic transmission of election results in 2027 elections?
Yeah, the implication here, I cannot tell you that there is a high implication or not. So, but because we have been having elections in the past, of course, that have been run manually. Yeah, but nevertheless, the elections that we had before, of course, we can say that they are credible to a certain extent, but we did not experience a reliable election until 2015 when the serving president was was elected out of office, and that was used. Believe me, either Nigerians can agree or not, the system, the card reader that was introduced, play a vital role in ensuring the credibility of the electoral system, which help General Buhari to become the president by then. Because in the absence of that, even when the election at the collection center, I think someone was there trying to see how he can distract everything, to disorganize everything, and even get to the system to destroy it. Just because it was manual by then, definitely there is something that someone can do about it. They can easily manipulate it. But being it electronic, it was found difficult for them to do what they wish to do on it. So the electronic system, actually, someone will make all effort to attack the system, it can hardly take place. America, as their own system was attacked by them, of course, the hackers attacked them, but it wasn't successful. Yes, because they knew they were aware of that, and they took measures, and the measures work because they detected the attack. So of course, even in Nigeria, as long as we have the political will to do it, we can have the system, we can put it in order, and all measures can be taken to secure the system. And even if they try using all their devices, all their means, at least there will be certain degree of protection to the system that can make it for the interest of the citizens.
So now, how the amended clause 60 section 3 impact citizens' ability to verify elections results?
Yeah, with the amendment now, is expected that everything will be displayed electronically, and wherever you are, you can be able to watch what is going on. This is what how this party is getting votes. This is how this one is getting. This is the level of this. Everything will be done transparently, in the sense that you can see everything going on openly. So, and wherever you are, you can be at the typical village in Nigeria, you can be able to see what is happening. So, in that case, I believe is something that can make voters have a good confidence in the system. So, but we are hoping that it will work according to plan.
Of election results is a step forward for Nigerians' democracy.
Of course, very good step
Considering
forward.
that we have network issues in Nigeria and all other challenges that may come up.
Yes, upon that, measures can be taken. Measures can be taken, and everything will work according to plan. As long as we will keep aside our selfish interests, have patriotism in our mind, do everything for the sake of the nation, definitely everything will work according to plan. And this can make things to be more credible and also reliable, and also citizens will have good trust in the system. Yeah.
What role should civil society group play in monitoring and implementation of electronic transmission and ensuring accountability?
Yeah, civil society organizations, they have been doing it, and I believe they will keep on doing it. Whenever elections are going to take place, they used to collaborate with INEC in the sense that they will be monitoring everything at all levels and ensuring that things are working according to plan and also according to the laws that enshrine it to take place. So definitely the civil society organizations have very vital role to play. The activists also have their own roles to play, in the sense that all eyes should be on INEC to make sure that they are doing the right thing at the right time to ensure credible and also acceptable election in Nigeria. So that's what we have for that.
What message do you have for Nigerian power and other infrastructure? What message do you have for them in 2027 general election, considering that some of them are collecting bribes to sell their votes?
So in their own case, I believe they have been testifying either that they sell, either they benefit or they lost. Yes, of course. If you sell your vote maybe at the cost of 50,000, definitely I can tell you that in the next 2 months, you are going to pay back the 50,000. So they shouldn't think that you sell your vote at huge amount of money, you go and spend it in 2-3 days to think that you gain something. You lost. Because those that bought your vote, of course, since you sell it, they bought it. Sorry, it means that is a business, not longer election. So, and in that case, since you sell and they bought, don't expect any other things. Here in the township, they sell votes more than those in the rural area, of course. So, it's not that they are benefiting, rather they are losing. Better for them to stand up for their rights, elect the right candidate, and forget about whatever the financial aspect that they may likely gain from that. Because what they will lost when they elected the wrong candidate are, in fact, money cannot pay it back. Yes, because when you lost your life due to in fact, for our people, not only those in the rural areas, even those in the township, they should try to avoid this selling of votes. It's very terrible, very bad. We need to stand on our feet to make sure that we elect the right candidates, so that they can work for us, to develop us and free us from the kind of life we are experiencing today. Yeah.
In summary, what are the potential costs of and benefits of implementing electronic transmission of a system in Nigerian election?
Yeah, using the electronic system of election in Nigeria have a number of benefits. The number one benefit is acceptance. Acceptance, because if it will be used according to plan, believe me, there will be no any electoral tribunal anymore. Yes, and with that, a lot of money can be saved. And also, those elected into power can have the chance to start working for their people right from the day when they were sworn in. So, at the same time, beside the credibility, acceptance, and also it will make politicians to...
Thank you for always honoring our invitation, and thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today.
You are highly welcome. It's my pleasure to be with you. Yeah.
And with this, we come to the end of today's edition of the program. On behalf of our production crew and our guests, Malam Musa Muhammad Usman, I am Hajara Usman Attajiri. Stay blessed.
صل على النبي وأم أبيها فاطمة وإذا وتزوجها زعما بشرنسيا اللهم صل على النبي وأم أبيها فاطمة وإذا وتزوجها زعما بشرنسيا. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi, sunana Isa Babi Sokoto. Ku ci gaba da kallon tashar mu mai albarka mai suna Kalifet TV a Star Time a lamba ta 141 da kuma YouTube channel ɗinmu mai suna Kalifet Radio and Television. Za ku samu shirye-shiryenmu masu nishaɗantar da ku da faranta muku zuciya tare da faɗakarwa da gamsarwa na abin da ya daidai da al'adu. Allah ya ƙara mana ƙaunar Annabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Kalifet TV
ta al'umma ce.
Soyayya na da girma in har aka girma mata, a ji daɗin so da ƙauna to sai an killace ta.
I've just got here and I think I'm losing signal already. Hello? Can you hear me now? Sorry.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done my healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart. But it don't matter, it clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.